No Manchester United fans should blame Michael Carrick for this draw. Forget 13 points out of possible 15 is a very good achievement. With the quality of players he has, honestly, he did a very fantastic job. He has worked wonders with this squad. Yes, United did not play well. United did not get the win. In the first half, they were even poor. They had a goal line clearance from Luke Shaw. West Ham could have won the game. In the second half, they had multiple chances to kill that game. But Benjamin Sesko came from the bench and got a point for Manchester United. Let's be honest with ourselves. This guy has done wonders. The only guy that will be happy today is that United strand guy. And I'm sure that he wants this trend to continue. He doesn't want it to end. Forget all those bobo you are seeing online. He wants to continue because United will have to restart all over again. But Sesko has been proving that he wants to be in the starting lineup. Even though he missed a sitter in his last game, got a goal in the last upper game, got a goal today, he has been knocking on the door. You cannot win all games. Let's be honest with ourselves. Look at the quality of players he have. Defending, terrible for Manchester United. But today they show that old Manchester United. They might not play well, but they will still get the results.
One thing is very, very clear about this Manchester United team. Michael Carrick has improved their fighting spirit, right? Michael Carrick has improved their desire to win. They now have that desire to win. It's now there, right? They don't say, oh, let us give up. No, they keep going until the last minute of the game. And that we saw it against Arsenal. We saw it against Fulham. We have seen it again against West Ham, where, they scored a 9-minute goal. So it is very, very evident that these guys are now ready to fight, to win. But let us see. From here now, let us see. If Manchester United comes back after this draw and win their next 3 games in a row, right? Then we can now say, yes, they are ready to, go back into the Champions League. But if after this draw, they now start drawing matches, losing matches, now start showing signs of inconsistencies again, then we know that the old habits have come back. So let us see. It is from here now that we will now begin to judge Manchester United effectively. When everything is going well, it is always easy to win. But the moment you get a reality check, your ability to come back and keep winning shows signs that, yes, you are truly, truly a top club. It's just like Barcelona, right? We lost to Chelsea, we went on a winning streak. We lost to Real Sociedad, we went on a winning streak. That is how top clubs behave. That's how top clubs perform. As a top club, you don't let, one draw or one loss, to affect your momentum. So let us see now whether Manchester United can go on a winning streak again. Whether they can do another 3 games, straight wins. Whether they can do another, back-to-back wins. It is now that we are going to see the true character of Manchester United.
Manchester United might have not won 5 games in a row, but there are still 5 games unbeaten under Carrick, winning 4 and drawing just 1. In that 5-game stretch, they have won Arsenal at the Emirates, they have beat Manchester City, and they have beaten Tottenham. Who would have thought this would happen? 13 out of 15 possible points. So the only reason why Man United fans are extremely angry over the board sad today is because of that United strand guy. They finally wanted him to cut that, he said, so that so much attention will not be given to such a normal Premier League game. Man United versus a relegation West Ham. Who will care about it this much normally? It is the United strand that brought too much attention. Who gave so much importance, so much relevance to the 5-game win? 5 games in a row. Who gave so much importance to it? The United strand. That's the only thing. To the point where the commentator in the match is talking about it, the biggest sports outlet, everybody is talking about it. Massive pressure was mounted on Manchester United by that haircut thing. And it's very sad. It's very sad. Maybe my United fans will go find that guy this night, go cut him here by force. But then again, I believe nobody should hate on the guy. It was just an honest joke that changed his life. That aside, I don't see why any Manchester United fan should be overly annoyed tonight. I understand the disappointment for not beating West Ham today. You really wanted to win that 5 games in a row. But for the bigger picture, everything has still been so good, better than expected under Carrick. You are still in 4th position. You guys must understand, today was your first day of playing 2 games in a week. This was the first time of doing that in a very long time this season. Many of those players were tired. I saw many tired performances, like Amad Diallo, for instance. This was one of his poorest performances in a very long time. It was a very good thing that Sesko was able to get that goal in the end. That was a beautiful goal. If this Callum Wilson even squared the ball to his other player, West Ham would have won this game 2-0. So at the end of the day, a draw is a very, very fair result for Manchester United. They should be happy with this. Today, West Ham played a low block. At one point, it was like I was watching Man United versus Man City. But in this game, Man United was Man City. And West Ham was Man United. In the sense that West Ham just looked to sit down and play on the counter attack. They just sat back and played on the counter attack. And they caught Manchester United like that many times. And Man United found it extremely hard to break down this low block. One of the main routes for them breaking down was set pieces and crosses. One of the set pieces went in and then Wan-Bissaka with a crazy block. And then again, you look at Casemiro's goal that got ruled off for a very, very tight offside. So the fine margins were against Manchester United today, but in the end, they still got a result. It is still a massive positive if you ask me. I understand the amount of pressure that was on this particular game for Manchester United to win. Man United had to win this game by all means. Let us finally win 5 games in a row. And now it looks like you are starting the journey from zero again and you have to deal with the media talking about that guys here, etc., etc. But I do believe that there were some very, very tight performances. I don't think the fullbacks were particularly good today. One player that I think was amazing today was Casemiro. I thought Casemiro's passing, everything about him was so good today. Bruno didn't have one of his best games. Cunha obviously was hooked. He didn't have one of his best games. Mbeumo in the end got the assist for Sesko's goal. Mine wasn't that great. And one player that did exceptionally well too was Lenioro off the bench. I think probably maybe Man United's best player this game, maybe apart from Sesko. The 2 blocks he made is what eventually won Man United a point in this game. So at the end of the day, it's a very disappointing result. It's a very sad result. I fully get it. That 5 games in a win, 5 games in a row, that whole thing, just wanted to get it behind you. But then I'm saying this, 13 out of 15 possible points, 4 wins out of 5 games, 1 draw, 5 games unbeaten. You are still strongly in the top 4. Whether Liverpool wins or not, whether Brentford wins or not, you remain in that 4th position. There's not that much to be sad about. Let us be realistic here. Nobody expected Carrick to come in and beat Man City, then beat Arsenal, then beat Tottenham, then beat Fulham. If there was any game that you expect him to win, it's West Ham. And that is why he will have to learn from these games.
Sesko has to start. I'm sorry, guys. All of this Cunha, Bruno, Ahmad, I hear it. It looks good against the big teams, but you've got to start Sesko. Sesko, we bought him for big money. He's our number 9. You see him score there. Them sort of moments there, them little flick-ons, they're not doing that, Bruno and Cunha and Mbeumo. They're not. A striker has the instincts. A striker knows where to be. We have to start Sesko because I think tonight we probably win that game. I swear down, you might laugh at me, but United probably win that game because we've got someone up front that can link up play. We've got someone up front that can drag away defenders. So then when Bruno is having to maybe get in the pockets, he's got somewhere to be. But Bruno was so deep today. Bruno's so poor because he's having to create there. He's having to do a lot of things. And Mbeumo, poor tonight. Amad Diallo, non-existent. Cunha gets brought off the pitch, but he wasn't the worst player tonight. So there was a lot of mistakes in terms of what we're doing, but this is what happens when you win 4 games in a row, though, because it's almost as if you've got to do that. You almost have to do that.
Why? West Ham, why did you have to turn into prime Barcelona in this one game? Why? It is so Manchester United for us to draw and drop points to West Ham. The United strand is never getting that haircut. The United strand is so happy right now. He doesn't even need to get that haircut. He's going to restart the challenge. Back to 0 wins we go. Why did we have to drop points today? We beat Man City, we beat Arsenal, we beat Fulham, we beat Tottenham, only to drop points to West Ham. West Ham. They are in relegation zone. This season, Manchester United have failed to beat Burnley, Leeds United and West Ham. 3 teams in relegation. Why are we this bad? Ahmad, do you know you have a right leg? Please, do you know you have a right leg? You walk and run with 2 legs, Ahmad. Can you please start using the right leg? Dalot, can you start playing football, please? If it wasn't for Lisandro Martinez, Casemiro and Lenioro today, we would have lost 7-0 to West Ham. It's not even about the haircut. It's the fact that Manchester United dropped points to West Ham, who turned into prime Barcelona.